Good evening. Welcome to Truth and Transparency, Monday evening. Was it September 20th? Thank you for joining me. I'll wait for chat love. So, Monday night, again, thank you to the mods. Appreciate you guys for dedicating your time. Hopefully this should kick up. All right. Well, hello there. Boston, thanks for modding. Wow, I can chat, cool. Yep, you can. Everybody should be able to chat. Figured a lot of people had a lot of things to say about this, so you're welcome. Again, I'll just give a couple minutes here for it to register. Thank you for being here, and while I'm explaining some stuff, I won't be able to see chat because I usually don't pay attention. I will then go back, though, through and answer some chats. If you are listening from your earbuds, you guys don't get to see the chats. That's not a bad thing. That means that you're multitasking, and good for you. Or trying to fall asleep, which is good for you as well. Again, good evening. This live is a two-part live. When I say it's a two-part live, it's going to talk about two things. Obviously, it's going to talk about the media as like bigger picture media, and then it's going to talk about the smaller media, and then it's going to talk about exploiting families and cases and bragging about it, like just stuff that I've never seen in my life occur. Bragging about subs and viewers and doing that all over a death, a missing person. So these are, again, things that I've just never witnessed in my life happening, adults doing these things, and literally letting you know that they do it for subscribers and how many people are live. It's just unreal. But so again, hello to all the members, lurkers, quiet folks. You don't need to be quiet. It is not members only, so feel free to chat. Dom's mom, hello. Hopefully you are doing well over there. Got your hands full with the kids, so. I do want to play a clip for you guys. I want you guys to hear it, so, you know, I guess turn up your earbuds, turn up your volume. Play, I'm gonna press play, and then you guys are gonna pay close attention to this.
Completely conjecture. I've just wondered if he went back to her, you know, wherever she was.
It is 25 minutes until the press conference. 25 minutes, and I will be streaming that live.
Okay, so this is just showing that a YouTuber is just going to be streaming the main outsources of media live.
We'll be streaming that live. Oh, thank you, Diamond Tears. Yes, thank you, everybody who has subscribed. I just hit 10,000 subs, so.
What? In case you didn't hear it.
Oh, thank you, Diamond Tears. Yes, thank you, everybody who has subscribed. I just hit 10,000 subs, so
Congratulations.
I am excited. Thank you.
Well deserved.
The conference time is still the same. I'm keeping up with that.
And you,
Well deserved. We're gonna get to that well deserved. Woo! It's hard to talk about
you
this.
10K subs will not be disappointed.
Thank you, Break the Silence.
You 10K subs will not be disappointed. Well deserved. Okay. Now, well deserved. Well, let's talk about some things. All right. On Natasha Cooper's True Crime with Natasha Cooper channel, about 8 months ago, Natasha Cooper came out with a live that said Chris Watts, gay or bisexual. True Crime with Natasha Cooper. Chris Watts, gay or bisexual? What? Interesting. Again, 8 months ago, Chris Watts, gay or bisexual? I don't have words. So I figure instead of my words, we can just, you guys can just hear it for yourself.
Natasha Cooper, a woman who lives in Defuniak Springs, is accused of scamming people out of donation money. She has a Facebook page called True Crime with Natasha. According to Natasha, she, along with a team, investigates crime cases that haven't been solved and then gathers donations for the crime victims' families. She claims she doesn't scam.
All of the donations that we have received for the McKees have gone to the McKees. We have bought groceries. We've posted pictures of us grocery shopping. We've posted pictures of the buggies of groceries. We have posted pictures of the bags of groceries in their living room. I have all of those I can show you as well.
8 years ago, Shanna Peoples went missing in 2011. Natasha said she's been helping Shanna's family find answers and provide financial security. However, some residents say that the grocery shopping was great, but they don't believe Natasha is being transparent with all the donations, like some for newspaper advertisements.
We have a source from the editor herself where she's come back and said, those advertisements are not going to be run in the paper. And if they're not going to be run in the local paper, what good is it for Shanna's case?
Cooper says she's simply trying to help families by bringing awareness to their cases.
I want to know, why are they so dead set against what I'm doing when all I'm doing is trying to help a family?
Cooper was accused in another incident involving another criminal case that she investigated with her team.
Approximately $2,000 was collected, allegedly, for 1,000 pages of criminal case files for the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. They were supposed to be 50 cents each. Allegedly, that never took place. She never went. And then the donations were never refunded. So where did that money go? That's what we're asking. It's not that we're saying, oh no, you're a liar, because I'm not.
So, missing peoples, Natasha Cooper gets on it, and instead of being the source of her own information, she just streams people or newscasting information. So again, big media is being shared now by YouTube media. Again, it's funny if she's streaming me, somebody that wants to brag about just making it to 10,000 subs and all of her super chats, and that you guys aren't going to be disappointed in you 10,000 new subs aren't going to be disappointed. Okay, well, I hated the 10,000 out there that belong to, I guess you could say, Natasha Cooper. I don't think anybody belongs anywhere, though. Everybody has the right to go wherever. But bottom line is that true crime with Natasha Cooper, Chris Watts, gay or bisexual. So we're talking about people's sexuality. Natasha Cooper, recline with her drama. You're going to commit a criminal act against me and make up a sexual assault panel and scandal. And if you guys don't believe me, you guys want to see her in action? So this is all for what? Her drama channel is all about views, and clearly she states it. She just hit 10,000. Thank you so much. She lied about the FBI being in Christopher Watts's parents' house. Do you guys want to see that as well? So everything that this woman reports on is a lie. She lies about drama that has nothing to do with cases and helping families, number one. And then number two is that then if that isn't enough, she's just going to make up her own lies and drama and come after other people and put them in her shit. So she's not talking about anything new. She's not bringing any inside info to the case. She's simply streaming big media through her channel and sitting back and saying, thank you to my subscribers, thank you for super chatting, and now we get to sit back and watch the lies unfold. Just like Debris said right there, oh, I think he may have went back to wherever she was. Did you guys catch that? Debris saying that she thinks Brian went back to where the body is, to wherever she was. I mean, that's what she said on that channel during this live, 25 minutes before the FBI is about to come on with the local police and talk about the recovery of human remains. She's talking about Brian going back to wherever Gabby may be with no vehicle. I've seen it now for, God, it's going almost like a year. The antics that Natasha Cooper is, I guess you could say, famous for. And now she wants to take yet another missing persons turned tragedy and is pimping it out for money. She lets you know that she was pimping puss on her drama channel. Do you guys want to hear that? Pimping puss. She pimps out missing people. Pimping puss. I mean, that's what she does. And she lets you know that that's what she does. Well deserved. Well, sure. If lying on people gets you subscribers and using people's tragic events in their lives, subscribers, to then, when you're short of content, to just make things up. I mean, there's facts that support those statements that I just made. I could sit here and I could play a bunch of different clips. This is what has been going on in my existence on YouTube, or even knowing about this true crime community on YouTube. Like I said, she's done it with cases that I've been a part of personally. Like, I actually have connections and contact and work with the families where she tries to interfere, or has her team, as she wants to say, interfere, and just be flat out, harassing and degrading and belittling the people that are going through tragic, the most unbelievable things and during a time in one's life. And she just flat out lies and lets you know about it, and you guys are paying for it. When I had a conversation with Critical K back in the day, and we were talking about big media versus like YouTube, and just like my thoughts, because I was never gonna get a YouTube channel. But Critical K said something to me that I thought was very important. I actually try to listen to people when I have a conversation with them. I try to listen to what they have to say and what their point of view is. And then, after they say what they have to say, then I think about it, and then I make my opinion on, what they had to say. And Critical K made a very good point about small, like YouTube is, small media. And if everybody's just going to take something that supposedly, a reporter was there, and then you're just streaming what they said, and you're getting all your information just from big media, is that necessarily the truth? Are you getting the truth? Are you really on the ground reporting? And if you go and look at everything on Natasha Cooper's channel, her team isn't in Florida, standing outside the home, interviewing anybody. She's not clearly interviewing anybody. So everything that she is doing and saying is either A, made up, or like you said, or like she said, she's just streaming it. Here you go. Like, I'm just gonna stream and take it as what. And where Critical K made a very good point is, that's how things get pushed under the rug. That's how cover-ups happen. And it has everything to do with what I'm doing in Alcoa, Pennsylvania. That one reporter has basically monopolized an area and has not been, it's been unbiased reporting. So you only see what they want you to see. And you get a bunch of people talking about a bunch of different things that they have no idea actually what's going on. And that's the problem I believe is happening, is that if you're just going to live stream somebody else's work, is that not like 5th grade, you're copying their homework? Maybe I'm wrong, but I also will never be able to ever believe in somebody like Natasha Cooper to bring the facts, because at every chance in any case that I've been involved with, that she's been around in, she has purposefully lied for views. And that has to do with the Watts case, very heavily with the Watts case. I mean, I was on the phone with Cindy Watts when Natasha Cooper went live saying that there are FBI agents roping off with yellow tape at the home of the Watts in North Carolina. Oh, and now we just got word that the dogs are over at Saratoga. So, flat out, bold lie. But you know what? That's what people do when they don't have any content. They do stuff like that. But then the sad thing is that here, there's actually ways to have discussions and help and, you know, keep things not emotional, but factual, and everything I always try to do is be logical when you're talking about true crime, because you have to remove emotions, because what you may think is morally right, that's not how the law works. So to listen to Debris and hear her talk about that Brian went back to wherever she was just hard to hear that, because it's like, what are you talking about? How did Brian get there? There's 50 some odd cars around a body remains, and you think Brian's standing there? I mean, she's literally making this comment while they're showing the aerial view of Chopper 5 and claiming that this is their breaking news. No, you're live streaming Chopper 5's news. It's kind of like it's a page out of J for Justice's book, where before he went to Denver, J for Justice couldn't go live because she took footage from, God, I can't remember the name of the person, and claimed it as, and didn't give credit, and claimed it as hers, and just replayed it verbatim. And the person struck it, and Jay was out. Like, she was, that is actually why J for Justice was teetering on going to Denver or not, because she legit had no access to her YouTube channel, because it was, she had to like beg this person to remove the strike for her, her cheating ways, just what they do. And again, that can be all proved. I always prove stuff with CVS receipts. This is no different. You know, this case, again, this is a tragedy. And here, I mean, don't believe me, go listen to it. It's all about, oh, we have this many subscribers. They're like gloating over how many more subscribers they're getting while this case is unfolding. I don't think I would ever make a comment like that. And if I ever did, I would really want somebody to slap me in the face with a bag of dicks, because that's ridiculous. I can never make a comment like that. for that even to be like on the top of my head would just tell me exactly, or tell my viewers exactly why I'm doing this. And but you're not doing it because you're doing something like, this isn't your work. There's no work involved in here to just stream somebody else's work. That's called plagiarism. I mean, that's cheating. That's like 4th grade. I cheated off of Sarah to take a test. Well, I'd rather get an F. I'd rather do my own work. Gina says she was loading on her drama channel how amazing she was. It felt sick. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh, here we go. Perfect.
I'm not going to support somebody and participate in something with somebody who I know and who I have seen has abused people. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not. I'm not going to support anything like that. I'm not. This has nothing to do with drug use. This has nothing to do with your personal feelings about Lana. What I'm talking about today is that I am standing up for these people who have come to me, who have felt abused by Lana for whatever reason and in whatever way. That is what this is about, and that's it.
I thought you knew. So let's really like dissect this. But I thought you knew why they were coming forward. But here you're just claiming that you don't know, and it's whatever, you know, these people have to say. But I thought you said you knew.
If you continue with the disrespectful comments, you're gonna be timed out. Come on up. I ain't reclining. This is the tabloid channel. You got that right.
Then what would you call faking that the Watts house was getting raided on your true crime channel, and then asking, is Chris Watts bisexual or gay on your true crime channel? So this is a tabloid channel, but the true crime one talks about Chris Watts' sexuality. Is Chris Watts gay or bisexual? On the true crime channel, the FBI is raiding the Watts home. Spirit boxes on your true crime channel. I've actually spoke to, oh yeah, right on time. Woohoo! Let's see. Hey, how are you? Nothing like a little Chinese food, true crime. I always do my best to work with a little bit of Chinese. Let's see what they brought me today. Mr. Mark, how you doing? I wouldn't say Lana is jealous, not at all. She's pissed that people claim to be true crime channels and don't do a lick of work. That's exactly what I'm saying. They just spread shit. And I'm sorry, but like you don't see Jerry Springer or Maury Povich. Thank you so much. You can just leave it right there. Thank you. Oh, appreciate you. Appreciate that. Take care. Ooh, ooh. You're hidden. Boston, can you unhide to the moon and back? I think that was a slip. Okay. Yeah, I saw that, Boston. Thank you. So no, I'm saying that if I was to watch a true crime channel, I think that they should be aware of what they're notorious for, which is lying on their true crime channel. Chris Watts' family was never being raided by the FBI. Lie. Talking about Chris Watts, is he gay or bisexual? That's on a true crime channel? How is, what? I've worked with, and still continue to work with families that have loved ones that are being falsely accused or convicted, and working with them on a daily basis and seeing their pain that they go through and how their life has completely changed. It's a very humbling experience. It's an experience that I would never wish upon anybody. And to think that somebody's out there lying, and that it affects people that are going through such difficult times. No, I can't get behind that. So if that's jealousy, call me jealous. Wonton soup, good for the heart, good for the soul. Let's see. Gina has a question. Natasha, why did you brag about making money off of a young, beautiful, dead woman? Again, that's going to have to be for Natasha there. Callie says, nobody is jealous. The truth just hurts. If you were not butthurt by facts, you could stay away from irrelevant channels. You look pressed, Natasha and her peeps. Max 2002, her channels are like a box of chocolates. Wow, you never know what you're gonna get. Again, I'm trying to go back and see some stuff. Yes, people should be speaking up on the channels who are spreading misinformation. I think that's the whole point of what I was saying in this like 2/3-parter of why I did this, which is if you are just live streaming somebody else and just taking their information or getting it like fourth and fifth hand, the whole point of small media is to give the truth a voice if it's hidden by big propaganda media. And so therefore that's the whole purpose of a smaller platform, which is YouTube. So correct me if I'm wrong, but last time I checked, YouTube isn't CNN, NBC, CBS. Yes, if you couldn't tell, I'm so jealous right now drinking my wonton soup. I don't seem to be the person that's bothered. Let's go back up. Jess, I'm not a fan of either of you. Stick to true crime. Drama sells and you know it. Well, for somebody that doesn't like people, I definitely wouldn't be watching them. Just saying. Why don't you both do your true crime and leave the drama out? So disrespectful. This is true crime. Last time I checked, I didn't commit a true crime on Natasha Cooper. She committed true crime on me, to be honest. Last time I checked, I have 0 families coming forward to stations talking about being scammed in any way, shape, or form. But the same can't be said about her. And I think that here it is yet again, a young woman's tragedy becomes Natasha Cooper's way of exploiting and lying about what's really going on. So I'm here to bring the information of what is fact versus fiction. I don't think anybody's mad here. I don't know how you act when you're mad, but if this is how you act when you're mad, I bet you if you have any children or a spouse that they probably appreciate that you can be so calm, cool, and collective and have a conversation when so heated. So anyways, so let's talk about it. Do you feel that the parents or anybody, I guess you could say, next of kin, would have the right to push for an audit on a YouTuber? Push to be audited? What do you guys think about that? What type of an audit? A financial audit? Because maybe if people were held more accountable and responsible for their channels and stuff like this wouldn't happen. So do you believe that families should have a right to audit somebody that's using their name, whether it's in hashtags or titles of stuff? Is there, something that should be done about misinformation or flat out, bold out lies that result in this person making, you know, a chunk of money off of those lies. Like, do you think that they should be held accountable for those lies? Somebody said, where did you find that picture of NC? I think it's a mugshot. You know what, current Miss B? I thought the same thing. I'm glad that someone finally said that. Why would the parents be even slightly interested in YouTubers? Thank you. I had the same conversation with the Watts family. Like, why do you care what these people say to you? Just don't watch it, ignore it. You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? I never watched YouTube in my life other than to, like, type in a song and listen to a song. But I got to see firsthand how YouTube ruined these people's lives. Jamie and Cindy and Ronnie. People going, quote unquote, real life on them and lying on them. Calling people's jobs, lying on them. So what do you mean? I said the same thing though. I said, why does anybody care? Like, nobody even knows about this. Well, it, to this day, and I think for a long time, will affect the Watts family. So how is, you know, Brian's family not looking like becoming the new Chris Watts family? You know, so it's, if anybody can put emotions aside and actually have a conversation about issues, and this would be one of them. I care about the families. Yes, Gina, I think that everybody should be caring about the families. I agree. I don't think it'd be necessary that you're singling out any creator. I think it would go across the board with any creator that's using a tragedy to profit. You know, malice with what you're doing. I think that that's something that needs to be talked about. Zero agenda. I guess I'm thinking about, yeah, magazines, same thing. Magazines can get sued. Magazines get sued a lot. So when you say, how would a YouTuber be protected but not a magazine company or publication? So very simple question is, because this is what you get from YouTubers saying stuff like this. I didn't make any money off of that. I didn't even monetize I didn't monetize that video. And in fact, that is what Kim Kaufman was saying repeatedly to the Watts family. Look at all my stuff. I didn't monetize this. I didn't monetize this. I'm not monetized. I'm not monetized. And she would just show these receipts of not clicking the ad button for, you know, the live. But in retrospect, you have all these members, and when you're only doing member-only lives that you can comment in, where's that money that you're showing? So you have, like, that's why you would need to technically be audited on what YouTube, specifically Google ad, is paying you per month. And it does break down everything by the number of members you have, what tier they're at, everything like that. So if you are lying, I'm backing this. If you're going to lie and put my family in bad light or hinder my family wanting to move forward in a direction, but we have reservations due to the bullying that you're causing due to the lies, do you think that they should be stopped legally? Where does freedom of speech end due to the fact that it's a lie? Zero Agenda says here, if it was done with malice and that can be proven, then yes. So if making up a storyline and messaging this back and forth with your team to get views, get subs, get members, knowing that it's a lie, is that done in malice? Should somebody that's a YouTube, creator have to take down a video that, if you're talking hypotheticals or you're talking theories, I guess that's one thing, but if you're making bold statements that are proven to be false, lies, whatever, should that YouTuber be forced to take down their video? Can you put somebody's name in a title and use it? This is all... These aren't my issues. This should be everybody's issues. If it was your daughter or your son or your granddaughter or your grandson, if it was someone that you loved, how would you feel if somebody was exploiting their tragedy about and saying things about numbers? You can gain subs and subscribers and you can gain members. I think when you make it about that's, and when you have a track record of lying on your YouTube channel about the families surrounding the case that you've gained all these subscribers about, and everybody has track records. She's done it before. What do they say? Once a cheater, always a cheater. So how about I'm just helping the community make note that at any point Natasha Cooper sees an opportunity to be reckless for money, she's going to do it. And if you guys are okay with that, then that's your opinion and you can do whatever you want. And then go over and cheer on. Pot meat kettle? Nah. Kara, because I want her to call out all the other YouTubers who did the exact same thing. I don't recall all the other YouTubers making up a fake sex scandal. That's a true crime. So you point me in the direction of people on YouTube that created a sexual assault panel, a fake one, to try to ruin my career and interfere with my life. Tammy Joe, bye-bye. This is good. But Kara, you let me know, since you think we have beef or that I have beef with somebody, please let me know. Who hosted an alleged, which was actually fake, sex scandal. 16 plus people. And is proud of it. It's proud. Oh, the wonton soup is delish. I'm a big wonton soup fan. Your hashtags aren't exactly respectful. My hashtags of what? They're very respectful. You like the egg drop there, Gina? That's what makes us human. We all like different things. Weren't you serving her with legal paperwork? Who says I'm not? She was so excited over her sub numbers, telling TT and Mommy ramblings, Nana Nana, like a baby, meanwhile streaming about a poor deceased girl. I mean, if that's not disgusting, I don't know what is. So, the title speaks for itself, and regardless of what Brian may or may not have done, I worked with a family that were considered perpetrators of an act that they had nothing to do with, and it ruined their life, and it's going to affect their life for the rest of their lives. Because irresponsible and reckless YouTubers attacked the Watts family. And I believe there's YouTubers out there that attack the Rusiks as well. And this case is being compared to the Chris Watts case way too much lately. And people need to stop right now and think, if you have a channel and your subs listen to you, and if any way you're at all support or are going to go after these families in any way, shape, or form, I believe that that should be a crime. And I've made it known to the families of that's happening, and I've sent facts to support those claims. So the reason that newspapers / magazines can and do get sued is because there's money behind it when they're basically trashing and lying on people. So in order to show that there's money being behind this type of stuff, that's when paperwork would have to be turned over to show that in fact money was being made, and lots of it. Oh my God, Jamie, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Jamie is battling cancer, so people that have had the privilege of having and seeing her on one of my lives, great girl. phenomenal heart, and helped me out a lot when I was in Denver traveling. Love you, girl. So I love when people write in mom, M-U-M, mom. Oh yeah, no, Jamie, this is live, so you're here. I know, I love it. You know where I heard mom for the first time like that was Wentworth, when I watched that season. I think there was like 7 seasons, but Northern Light, your title is misleading. No, it's not at all. How is it misleading? If people out there don't want people making money off of them by lying on them, how is that misleading? It's not misleading at all. I didn't know that I have to show receipts now. I have to show receipts still. I realized that nobody has to show receipts anymore. So, Natasha Cooper doesn't have to show receipts. Briss doesn't have to show receipts. Scarlett doesn't have to show receipts. None of these YouTubers have to show receipts on anything that they do or say. And it's gold. Right? You guys know I always come with the CVS receipts. But I'll just take one out of their books. I don't need one. Here we go. Last line for you guys. And then I gotta get on with my night. I think it is this one. Yeah, I think this is it. Oh shit.
How did the floodgates of people sharing? You know, I want, and the whole reason that I agreed to do this, to come forward and show support to these people and mention it, is just because I want them to know that people do support them, and what happened to them isn't right, and they shouldn't be made to feel like, you know, they've done something wrong because they haven't.
No.
And, you know, just because not everybody agrees with what they did, well, hell, we don't agree on anything, pretty much. I mean, come on. We argue all the time in comments about different things. You know, we all have different opinions and different ideas about stuff, or what somebody would have done or what somebody wouldn't have done in a certain situation. And I've told, you know, Lord knows I've went over this I don't know how many times, because people are always trying to give me advice about, you know, things that people say about me and how I should handle it. And I say this all the time. You have no idea how you would react to any situation unless you were in that identical situation. And you're never going to be in that identical situation because you're not that person. So you really have no idea how you would handle it because you're not them. And everybody handles things differently. And I may not agree with how you handle things. You may not agree with how I handle things. That's what makes us different, and that's what makes this world work.
That's exactly right.
So let me get this straight. You can go on your channel and and agree to disagree on how you would handle whether or not you condone sharing nudes. But in the same breath, tell people that they did nothing wrong. These people have done nothing wrong, that they are victims, and bullying them to get on a panel and straight up lie about it. And that nobody should be judging them, and only to turn around the next day and literally light up Melissa Jade and calling her a whore. This is who is doing true crime for families and saying, pimp and puss, puss platter, gaping hole, and all this other bullshit. But they didn't do anything wrong. So you have a victim that you're claiming as a victim. You get her on your channel, then only for 30 straight lives, literally try to destroy this person. And this is who's your leader of a true crime community. That doesn't make any sense. And how anybody is okay with this shit is disgusting. Again, she didn't exploit a death. This fucking woman created a fake sexual assault, 16 of them, to gain thousands of subscribers and members and super chats. Now, if you think that's okay, there's the door. Start booting people. If you think that this woman should be allowed to exploit tragedies that happen to families, children go missing, adults go missing, then they end up, remains being found. They end up being deceased, murdered, and literally this woman prays. Like, she goes out, she's a predator, and goes and finds these families and sends her team to dox people and dive into these people's lives, lie on them to try to get them to come and speak the truth. And it just repeats itself, repeats itself, and repeats itself. And she's been doing this for years. Now, I have a source that tells me that if you collect disability and you're collecting unemployment, are you letting those agencies know about the money that you're making from YouTube? Because last time I checked, you can't have both. The day I stop helping families will be the day that a family does what they did to Natasha Cooper, which would be going public and being interviewed by a news channel on the level that what this woman has done. That's the day that, I don't know where one's couth and self fucking dignity and pride is, but But go on. Go be a supporter. Support the shit, because guys, it's coming. The shit show's coming. And what I mean by the shit show's coming is this is a warning to show that this will be no different than the Watts case. History will repeat itself, and unfortunately it's going to be with these two families. And my thoughts and prayers go out to them, their extended families. Everybody is going to be, you know, at their throats trying to find out who they're employed by, who their cousins are, grandparents are, all this stuff. So all I can say is I hope and pray that that this family is affected. I mean, they're going to be affected, but the Watts went through ridiculous. So my hopes and prayers are that they can stay completely away from stuff like this. But again, thank you, Jane, and thank you, Jamie, for your support. It was nice to see Jamie in chat. Hopefully you're doing as well as you can be. I'll shoot you a text. We'll bullshit a little bit. So, oh, Miss Marple, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well. It's good to see you. It's been a minute. Jane, I'm glad you did this. It was really a good point to prove if people can't see the lesson, then they are flat out stupid. Pretty much. All true crime channels are exploiting these victims then. No, I don't think all true crime channels are exploiting these victims. I never said that. Because I don't think that. I think that there's actually a lot of good true crime channels out there, but they're doing it the right way. And I don't think these channels are clapping and cheering about gaining subs. But if they are, I will make sure that you get my email address, and I would love to have clips of people that are clapping and cheering that they're gaining subs over somebody being what I do believe is a homicide due to her brother's hashtag saying justice for Gabby. So I do believe that I don't think her brother would have hashtagged that in his post if it wasn't a homicide. So, but feel free to email me with true crime channels that are clapping up and down for subscribers and saying nana nana boo boo to other people that have channels and talking about numbers. I mean, that's just, I don't care if there's one person watching me or a million people watching me. If it has anything to do with true crime, mine will be facts, very well delivered, without emotional either way, and that's not what you're going to get from Natasha Cooper's channel. So it's no different than why do you think a channel like Jerry Springer's channel made it? And it's because in the United States of America and other countries, there's people like Natasha Cooper out there. Natasha Cooper isn't the only one. So it's people like Natasha Cooper that are watching Natasha Cooper. That's facts. If there was only one Natasha Cooper, this world would be amazing. But there's not. But I think it's important to know who you support. If you are supporting or if you're going to be watching a channel, I think it's important to know the stuff that they do and believe in. And I got to work side by side with Ronnie with that process with 35C and Jamie and the conversations that I've had with Jamie. I mean, all I keep thinking about when I think about Gabby's brother is anybody that's a sibling I just know what Jamie went through. And Jamie had nothing to do. Like, she went to bed that night and woke up and her life changed for the rest of her life. Same with her children. And she didn't do anything. And neither did her children, her husband, nothing. But her life for the rest of her life changed. And it'll never be the same. So those are the facts. Them's the facts. Again, always so glad to see some of my favorites in chat. So it's nice to see your guys' names. I would like to say it's nice to see your faces, but this whole like talking to a phone by yourself is woo for the birds. But all right, guys. I think sometimes Glitter Fighter was going so fast. Sometimes when you'd hit the name, it actually gave you a different person's name. I know that it happened a couple times earlier up, so I'm guessing that happened. So I apologize, Glitter. Yeah, I saw that. Maybe I think it probably was a mistake. So, oh, might drop Mama late, but welcome. Again, keep being real. Keep being real to yourselves, and YouTube it's a small platform, and Critical K was right to close on that. You know, if you use your platform for the right reasons in the right way, you can be the reason that something changes. So, you know, she's the one that kind of got me to believe again in sticking with a YouTube channel. My conversations with her, that you got to be the counter to big time media if you think that the narrative isn't accurate, but everyone's just taking that narrative. So I hope Kay's doing well, and I will see all of you guys soon. Again, thanks, ModBods. You guys are the best. To the moon and back again. Canadian Mama, much love. And then again, Jamie. Hopefully you're having some good days. I'll make sure I text you some funny shit. All right, guys, take care.